I've known Kirsten and Leela since they were little. Both are incredibly hard workers. Both put in extra time. I mean, it is quite common for me to call them on the phone or text them and they are here practicing. Both love the game and just love to get better.
You know, I grew up in the islands. I came to America when I was 11. So there was really nothing in the islands. So your only option is family. So that's just that's all we had. That family bond is just a way of life as Polynesians, as us as Tongans.
That's what our grandparents and our parents came to America, was for us to have a better future so that we could chase after our dreams and goals.
I think it all started with Kalepi's vision, you know. I remember when he came to San Diego to bring Tony and Gipper to play at Junior World when Tony was 5, I think. I heard a little bit about their golfing, but I didn't know. I had never really understand golf. I didn't know golf. And I remember Kalepi calling me and said, hey, we're coming to San Diego, we're gonna stay with you. Him and I talked from Sunday afternoon until Monday morning at 6 a.m. when it was time to go to the golf course. I said, why golf? I thought we only played rugby, you know, in Tonga, you know? And he said, no, you know, we're gonna change, you know, things up a little bit here. And he talked about why golf, the culture. You get to surround yourself with great people and leaders and all of this, you know, and I'm like, wow. And then he said, you get to play for the rest of your life, you know, and, you know, people do business with golf at the golf course. And I'm like, okay. And I said, all right, no more football. We're gonna play golf now, you know?
I grew up with a lot of people who played more contact sports. You know, all my siblings played football, basketball, volleyball, and, you know, I wanted to follow in their footsteps. But as I grew older, you know, I saw that I had a lot of potential with golf, and Tony was a big influence on me growing up.
Tony Finau, the champion at the 3M.
Tony is basically like an older brother. Even when we were younger, I still have memories, early memories of him just being always kind and just a loving older brother figure. But as far as golf, he's changed it so much, and just the image of golf. You don't really see a big Polynesian out there swinging the golf club, but you see him, and he's one of the top in the world.
Surely not. Surely. Newly revamped 17. Just christens a hole-in-one.
He doesn't forget where he comes from. He's proud of who he is, and he represents who he is.
I feel like the way that he grew up is almost the same way that, you know, I grew up as a kid. One of the earliest stories that I remember hearing about him was hitting golf balls in his garage, you know, on a mat, you know, in his garage. And I did almost the same thing, you know. I had a little storage room in my house. My dad just set up a net, and I would literally hit off our family mattress off the floor, you know, into the net.
She was my tag-along when I was trying to learn how to play golf. I left her on the range, went to go play with my friends, and it just so happened that she kind of picked it up. The golf pro at East Bay saw her and approached me and told me that he never seen a girl her age hit the ball that far. And he said we could get her ball to go a little bit straighter, but distance is something that's a gift. So I didn't know what that meant, but I said okay, but golf is too expensive. And he literally took us in the pro shop and gave her a brand new set of clubs. And that was the beginning of her career.
I honestly almost cried because I was like, oh my gosh, it's like my first, you know, gift from somebody, and it's not a small gift. I mean, clubs are expensive, you know. As my dad was saying, golf is such an expensive sport. So once I was gifted with those clubs, I knew that, you know, it was just the beginning. Everyone needs support, you know, a support system, and they have one of the better ones because of the extended family, and they will do anything for them, and they will do anything for us. I mean, anything. As a Polynesian golfer, I think It's a lot to wrap your head around, especially for me. I mean, golf is different, but it's a good different. You know, you can do whatever you want with the sport.
Golf in general with females it's growing, and I think there's a lot of success coming from that. It's inspiring to see more Polynesian colored women coming out and playing golf.
One of my future dreams is to kind of just start my own foundation for helping not just Polynesian kids, but kids all over the world who just need help. You know, getting out there and knowing that golf does bring a lot to the table, especially if you want to pursue it. I just want to leave an impact that shows that, you know, anything's possible. Doesn't matter who you are, but you can always do anything you want as long as you put your mind to it.
We're just beginning. You know, we got kids coming up, we got grandkids to teach golf to, and hopefully we can bring more golfers and follow Tony to the PGA and the LPGA Tour.